Hello, everyone. I hope you're having a good morning. I've had kind of a busy morning, and now I'm ready to just paint and have just some quiet, peaceful time. I've been trying to set up my YouTube channel, and at 75 years old and trying to do this by myself, I must admit it's been a little bit of a challenge, but I think I'm getting there. So anyway, we have a real simple painting I thought we would do today. I had just sketched some fish earlier, and fish are fun, and they have such a simple shape and they're easy to do. I like to do koi fish because they're so colorful, and I usually put kind of fancy tails on my fish because I like to do that, and I can. So you draw them out however you want them to be, however pretty you want them to be. And what I'm going to do to get started is I'm just using some leftover paint that I had earlier. Let me see, I think you can see this palette. It looks kind of a mess, but it's going to be fine to use today. I've got all the colors I think that I need. I can always add something to it if I want to. And these are the brushes we'll be using today. Just a flat brush and then a round. I think that's a 16-inch round there. But whatever you've got that'll be comfortable for you to use, we'll go ahead and use it. And I always say use what you've got on hand. We're just having a nice, relaxed, meditative time here. And so if all you've got is crayons or markers, we'll get them out and use them. Okay, these are acrylics that I'm using today. And I'm going to just wet my paper down a little bit here. I have a little squirt bottle there that I use sometimes, and just kind of wet the whole thing down. And I think that I have these fish dark enough. I think you can see them pretty well, I hope. Okay. And this is probably going to be kind of a short video, which you may appreciate if you've seen some of the longer ones that I've done. So, just squirting down my paints here. And I think what we're going to do today is let's think about koi fish. As we're going through this. And koi fish are really very pretty. There's actually a lot of orange and browns and can even have blacks on them. But let's start out with me not dipping the wrong paint or the wrong brush in the paint would be good, which I just did. Anyway, my brush is a little bit stiff here. Let me. Yes, it is a little stiff. I'm going to open up those bristles and try to get them softened up in the water a little bit. Okay. Then I'm going to take a little bit of the orange, and like I said, the koi fish are interesting because they have all these pretty, interesting colors on them. And sometimes they'll have places kind of like this. Let's get more orange in there. That's a little bit too wet for me. Got a little bit too much water on there. Okay, this is much better. But the koi fish are colored up so pretty. I think that's why I like to paint them, because you can just have a lot of fun and do a lot of different stuff with them. Maybe this will go all the way back here. Maybe it'll go around that way. Okay. And like I said, they have a lot of bright colors. Let's see what it would look like to add some yellow to this. Oh yeah, like that. They're just so pretty. And maybe there's some of this orange on here too, on these fins. So how's everybody doing? Hope everybody's doing good. I feel like there's so much going on in our world right now that I have absolutely no control over at all. But then I always think, you know, no matter what's going on, I can pray about that. And I can trust that no matter what the outside moment may appear to be, that in the end things will come together as they should for peace and harmony and everyone's highest good. So that's what I'm trying to hold on to right now, and just go ahead and have time to relax and be at peace. And a lot of that comes for me through painting, through just relaxing. And I get real focused when I'm painting. Not so much when I'm doing the videos, because of course when I'm doing the videos, I'm talking to you, and I'm kind of focused on that as well as the painting. So sometimes I don't get as focused or as centered when I'm doing the videos as I do when I'm just enjoying painting for myself. And that's okay too. Okay, and these koi fish have very interesting dark areas on them as well. I got that one fin a little bit too dark, I think, but it's okay. Maybe I can thin it out with some yellow or something. Let's try that. Got that just a little bit too dark. And that's okay. There's no big a mess up that we can't do something with. Plus, this is going to have water over it, so that'll be good too. Anyway, there is that. And these, put some more orange down here. These little beautiful and interesting fish have just all kinds of color on them. So pretty. I hear somebody's kitty fussing. Maybe mine. This is what I work on here is a porch that's on the front of my little house. And I actually had this boxed in so that I could paint out here summer or winter. And I have to put my kitties in the house a lot of times when I'm painting out here, because if I don't, they will maybe start out being very docile and nice and laying by the window. And then the next thing I know, they're in the middle of my painting with all 4 feet. So I'm liking how this tail is turning out. Yeah, like that. So I have to kind of put them inside the house, and I try to make it comfortable for them while I'm out here on the porch, but sometimes they're not too happy with me. Okay, we're going to call that one good for the moment. And then, I don't think I have any black out. I think this is brown. I'm going to put that, oh, maybe that is black. Like I said, these were kind of some leftover colors that I had. Okay, maybe that is black. That's fine. It's got to have some eyes on there. And then we are going to, I'm still not happy with this one fin. I'm a little bit too dark on that. I'm going to see if I can lighten that up some. If you heard a big kabang, well, that was because I dropped my water bottle. Okay, just lighten it up just a little bit, I think would be better. Okay, yeah, that's better. Maybe a little more dark on this side. Okay, that's all right, because these fish are going to be swimming around in water, and the water kind of gives you a strange little illusion anyway, so there's that. Now then, the next one, let's do it. I'm going to go right back into my orange and my yellow. It seems like a lot of times where the mouth is, the front, there'll be quite a bit of color in there. And yeah, I like this where I'm leaving some areas there that are not completely covered. Because guess what? It's going to have blue water over it. And we are going to like that. This one's going quite a bit faster. I have a better idea of what I want it to look like. And I'm hoping that when I put the blue wash over it, that it's just going to look real good. I've done these before. It seems like every time I do them, it's a little bit different. And that's good because you don't want things to be the same all the time. It's always a new experience. Sometimes I seem to grip my brush maybe a little bit tighter than I should, but that seems to work for me sometimes. Sometimes I'm very loose, and then other times I just have a tighter grip on things. But here we go. Just moving right along with this. I think this is going to be pretty. Put maybe a little bit more orange up in here on these. Yeah, so I hope you all are having a really good day. Hope that you can get out whatever you've got to work with and just get busy enjoying painting. painting takes me away from just a lot of the issues of life that we all have to deal with, and just allows me to have that peaceful moment we all need. We all need that. Some peaceful moments in life. This is kind of where that fin is up on the top. And trying to decide if I'm kind of happy with that. I think I am. Now, again, I'm going to take and just put some dark areas there where the eyes would be. Yeah, that's fine, because we're not, this one's down lower, we're not seeing them all that good. Okay, now then, another thing that we can do with our fish real quickly is just put some dots on them, like some little brown specks on them. And for that, I'm going to get the end of my brush a little bit wetter here. And I'm going to dip it in this. I hope this is the brown. I don't want it too wet or I'll end up with a runny mess. But yeah, if you ever notice, these fish have these interesting little brown dots on them, especially on their back. So let's just throw a few of those in there. They're just kind of random. Yeah, here we go. That looks pretty good. I'm liking that. And let's give this just a second to dry. Probably should have got out my blow dryer, but I didn't. So we're not going to let this rest too long because I want this to be a little bit shorter video today. Since I'm trying to make it too long. And because I didn't get my blow dryer out, I'm going to just kind of dry these dots up just a little bit there, just because I'm in a hurry. But it's all good. Okay, and then I'm over here in my paint getting some water, on this very light and beautiful blue color. I want plenty of water in it for this. So I'm going to make this just kind of a washy area over here. These fish are happily swimming in this pretty kind of bluish water. And yeah, it's kind of going right over there because they're down there in the water. Need a little bit more here. A little bit more water on my brush as well. And ooh, that was a little too thick. Let's get it with some water here. Yeah, let's thin this whole thing out with water. I don't want it that thick or that lumpy. Probably because I used these paints that were left over and they had not completely dried out. I always cover my palette with just a piece of cellophane. And oh, look at these other colors that are bleeding in here. That's awesome. That's going to make it just look really good. Really, really good. I like that. Oh, yeah. Yes, my kitties are not happy. They want to get out here and see what I'm doing. because I might be doing something interesting without them. And they are not happy about that. Not one little bit. This is looking good, guys. I like things a little bit darker in the corners, because when your corners are a little bit darker like this, it draws your eyes more to the center of the painting. That's a good thing. So there is that. One of these streaks down through here. And actually, what we could do, oops, we might even put just a few little dots and doodles around in here. Because you know what? There's little stones and things down under the water. And you don't see them real clearly, but they are definitely there. Little stones and different things. You could do just all kinds of stuff with this. You could add as much to it as you want or take away. That's what makes it kind of fun. Yeah. You could just put all kinds of things in here. And even some green in there too. Let's put some of this darker green in here. Let's give it the illusion of just something going on down there in the water. We don't know exactly what's growing down there, but all kinds of things, no doubt. Yeah, there's just all kinds of things growing down in there. So, sure, why not? You know, I have had people tell me, and I've had experiences with this, my voice apparently is very soothing. And a lot of times it will just put people to sleep. So if you put one of these on and listen to me talk before you go to bed, I am not offended. Just hit that like button and relax. Drift off to sleep if you want to. Anyway, I'm going to give all this just a little squirt here. All these places where I added a few things. And wrench out my brush just a little bit. And then just kind of go around these to some degree. Don't want to get rid of them, but I just want them to look like they're just part of whatever's going on in the water and not too clear. Just kind of fuzzy down in there. They're just part of what's ever going on in the water or down under the water. So there we go. And we're going to let this dry out. Again, since I'm in a hurry, maybe I'll kind of dab this up so that it's going to dry a little bit faster. And what I would like to do too, let's see if I can get this, just some of this wet enough. I can just do a little bit of flipping on here. don't want it to flip as good as I want it to, but there we go. We're getting a little bit on there. A little bit of flips, a little bit of dips. Maybe even a little bit of orange in there. Yeah, I'm liking that. This has to be pretty wet when you do it. Okay, gang, I think we are pretty well done with this one. It needs to sit here and dry, but we are going to call this done. I'll sign it after it dries out a little bit more. And just so that you can see what it looks like with the tape off, I'm going to go ahead and take our tape off for the moment here. I may put that back on after we finish this video just so that it can dry nice and flat. Because it helps if you leave this on while it's drying for the paper to stay flat. But for right now, I just want you to see what this looks like. So there's our little picture. I hope you enjoyed it and have fun with just some simple fish sketchings. And I'll see you next time. Bye-bye for now.